Hi beauties, I hope you guys are having an amazing, fantastic day. I have had an interesting day when I am filming this. It is during the coronavirus, full-on panic mode, and I made the mistake of watching the movie Bird Box on Netflix. And I know I'm very late to the game. Now that came out like a billion years ago, but I was like, oh, it's been on my list for a while. Like, why not, watch that? Literally within the first 15 minutes, I was like, yep, this is a mistake that I made. Literally the worst movie I could have picked out of everything. Legit the worst. So there's that. So I was like, I should probably, do something fun, to brighten up my whole bad mistake that I made. So we are going to open up the Ipsy March Glam Bag, which I'm very excited. It arrived a couple of days ago and I've been waiting to film this, so I'm very excited to get into that. But before we dive into the Ipsy Glam Bag this month, I want to remind you that you can subscribe to my channel, and then you can hit that notification bell if you want to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. I do want to let you guys know that I am on a schedule right now, so every Friday at 6 o'clock I'll have a new video, but those notification bells are also super nice too, just to notify you, in case you forget. But let's go ahead and dive on into this because I am ready to have something, make my day a little bit better. Okay, this month's bag is super cute. Oh my gosh, it has like these little embellishments on it. Very, very cute. It's turquoise, and then on the back it says 100 Ipsy Glam Bag, because I believe this is their 100th glam bag, which is crazy. Also has like this neon kind of yellow tie, which is cute. So you might be wondering why I don't have makeup on, and that's because I'm going to try everything on that I receive in this bag on my face today. So FYI, that is why. And also, I'm noticing my skin looks super red today. It's honestly probably because I've spent most of my day on the couch, laying on my pillow. So that's probably why. But let's go ahead and dive into this. So there were a couple products that came outside of my glam bag this month. And the first is a brush. This is by Fiona, and it's a 203 brush. And this brush is going to be really good for packing on color onto your lid. It's very thin and it's very soft. So yeah, you can definitely, just kind of like pack that in onto your lid. Okay, so the next product is by Ofra. It's a bronzer in the shade Americano. I will say this is just a tad dark, just a tad. Not really sure this is gonna work for me. Oh, okay, it's actually, okay, wow, this bronzer is super buttery. Oh my gosh, I love that. Ooh, okay. I swatched it on my hand. Again, it is very too dark for me, so I am not going to use this as a bronzer. I'm probably going to use this as an eyeshadow, but it went on super pigmented. It is very shimmery for a bronzer. That's why I said I can use it as an eyeshadow, just because it is very shimmery. You definitely would not want to put this all over. You'd have to be very light-handed with it if you were to use it as bronzer. Okay, now we can get into the bag. Oh my gosh, guys, get out of here, get out of here. This is a Tatcha product. It is the Dewy Skin Cream. And oh my gosh, I love Tatcha. So I recently received a product that I'll get to here in a second, but it's from Tatcha. This is the inside of it. It is purple. I love the color. smells very nice. And I don't know what to do with this, so we'll have to look at the card to understand, like, I think this is, oh wait, okay. So on the back it says replenishing Japanese purple rice for dry skin. So I'm assuming it's just a moisturizer. I don't believe it's a mask or anything, but I'll have to look at the card to figure that out. I believe it's an eyeshadow. This is by Naked Cosmetics. This is a pressed pigment eyeshadow in the shade Mother Nature. That is the shade, a very like pretty shade. This is something that I would usually like go for. So let's go ahead and give it a swatch. Okay, very buttery. I'm impressed because I've never actually heard of this brand, Naked Cosmetics. Leave a comment down below if you have tried them out before. But that is the eyeshadow right here. So it is in the shade Mother Nature. Very cute, definitely a good eyelid shade. So I'll definitely be trying that out. Oh, cute. I think this is a blush. So this is by Shayna B Miami. Never heard of this. This is a highlight. Okay, so this is in the shade Guava Glow. And it has like little flamingos on it, super cute. So let's go ahead and swatch this one. I don't know about this one. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, and yes, my skin is about to fall off again. Mainly because I've been washing my hands, you know, a ton. But here, it's right here. So it is like a pearly kind of pink color. I'm honestly not, I'm really not a huge fan of the formula of this. It's very powdery, and that's not what you want for a highlight. You really want your highlighters to be creamy and to be like second skin on you. So a lot of times you want it to be very glowy, very buttery, very like moisturizing so that it soaks into your skin. But who knows, maybe on my skin it'll actually look and feel better. Okay, last product. Okay, so this is a mask. So this is a Blackhead O2 Bubble Pore Pack. I think the brand is Caolion. Caolion? What? How do you say this? Okay, it's C-A-O-L-I-O-N. I've never heard of this brand either. But let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. Oh, it just looks great. Oh gosh. It smells okay, but look at the inside. Oh my gosh. That just does not look great. But that was the last product in here. We actually received 6 products, which is crazy because that's what happened last month. But let's go ahead and look at the card and see what it says. Okay, so this is the card. So it says, celebrate you. This is your invitation to a celebration of our 100th glam bag and you. Let's high five how far we've come and where we're going. To get the party started, we've added a bonus product. Yes, I figured. As a thank you for you being along for the ride. Okay, so it says the 6 glam bag picks for this month are valued at over $50, which is great. So let's go ahead and get into the products and see how much they're worth. Okay, so first up is the Ofra Cosmetics Bronzer in Americano. So this is valued at $35, and they consider this a deluxe sample, which this is a deluxe sample. How big is the normal product? Okay, I'm confused. I feel like there was maybe a typo on this because they're saying that the full-size version of this product is 10 grams. And the back of this says 10 grams. So it's down at the bottom. I know that's really hard to see for you guys, but I promise it's there. So maybe they made a mistake, but I believe this is the full size, which is nice. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but this is valued at $35. Next up is a concealer brush, actually. This is the full size, I would hope it would be the full size, not a sample of a brush. But it is valued at $12.99. Okay, and then this is that Blackhead Bubble Pore Pack. mask. And this is a deluxe sample and it's valued at $26. It's kind of a lot for a mask, but I mean, if it works well, it might be worth it. Okay, so this mask is supposed to purify your skin, refine pores, and eliminates blackheads, whiteheads, and exfoliates dead skin. So that's pretty nice. You just leave it on for 5 minutes, massage it in, and then you rinse. So this is honestly something you could probably do in the shower, which I'm a huge fan of doing masks in the shower because sometimes like masks like this, not sheet masks, sometimes like the grains will stay on your skin and then you're like, okay, I'm like rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and they're still not coming off, and then your skin's dried out. So I prefer to do masks in the shower if I can, which it sounds like this one I can try out in the shower, which I'm excited about. Okay, and then the next one is that Naked Cosmetics Pigment in Mother Nature. And this is valued at $14.99 and it is the full size of the eyeshadow. Next is that Tatcha product, the Dewy Skin Cream. This is a deluxe sample and the full size product is valued at $68. $68. That's a lot. That is, and this is a deluxe. I would think this would be like a normal size sample. This is a deluxe sample. Okay, so this is a moisturizer, like I thought, perfect. So it did say you can pop it in the fridge and feel an extra refreshing, calming to your skin. But I'll probably just use it out of the jar. I don't store my products in the fridge. I know some of them have, like you're supposed to, but you know, I don't have the luxury of having a skincare fridge, so I don't do that. Last but not least is that Shayna B Miami Highlights and Guava Glow. This is a deluxe sample, so apparently not the full size, and this is $29. Again, I don't understand why this is $29 for a highlight for one color. I could see maybe a palette, but no, I don't think so. Okay, so now that we've gone through all the pricing and details of the products, I'm gonna go ahead and try those on. With the exception of the Pore mask, I will not be trying that on for you guys, but I will let you guys know on Instagram how this one works out for me. Okay, I moved you guys in a little bit so you could see, but I'm gonna go ahead and put on this Tatcha moisturizer. I seriously love the color of this. Okay. Ooh. I feel like I'm at a spa. Okay guys, I am back. I put all of my face makeup on since I didn't receive a foundation or a blush or anything like that. So I'm gonna quickly run through what I have on right now. Okay, first up I have the Dr. Jart's BB Cream Pore for my foundation. I talk a lot about this in my empties video, so go check that one out if you haven't watched that one yet. And then for my powder, I have that Infallible L'Oreal Paris powder. It's a matte finish. Again, I talk about this one a lot too in that empties video. Okay, and for blush, I have on a NARS blush. This is in the shade Orgasm. And this is super, super pretty. It's very, very sparkly though. So you wanna make sure you're light-handed with this. Okay, and then for concealer, I have the Hey Honey Trick and Treats concealer. It's an active propolis cream concealer. And I have the light to medium skin tone. So this actually will treat dark circles and under eye bags. So I do like that it has some skincare benefits to it. However, it is a little bit of a shade off from my skin tone. It's a little bit too dark for me. So I use this every so often. It just kind of depends. If my skin is feeling like really thin and really dry one day, I'll go towards this. Okay, and then I did set my concealer underneath my eyes. I have been doing this recently just because I've noticed that any type of concealer I use, it will crease underneath, and I hate that. I hate having to like rub it back in throughout the day. and this product has been working great for me. This is a Ciate London Extraordinary translucent powder. I have a little travel size that I actually received in an Ipsy, and then what's funny is I received the big size version from FabFitFun. I think probably like a month after I received this little baby version. So I thought that was pretty funny. But what I do to set my concealer underneath my eyes using this is dip a little bit of this into here, and then I will pat this brush in there and then just pat underneath my eyes to set it. So I have been using the brush BMX 265 Glow, and this is by Moda Pro RNL. So this one works really great for me. I did go ahead and set my eyes. So I set my eyes depending on what kind of eyeshadow I will be using. If I'm using a powder, I will always set my eyes. But if I'm using a cream product, you never want to set your eyes, because that is going to make the product really gunky on your eyelid, and it is not going to spread evenly and thinly and correctly onto your eyelid. So it really just depends on what kind of eyeshadow you're using. Again, we are just going to be using powder products, so I went ahead and set my eyes. So I already have that on. And what I did is I just took a white eyeshadow, and I took this out of the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I just took the shade White Peach here, and I dipped that in there. I dipped this brush into there, and then I just put it all over my eyelid. And this is the Spectrum brush in BO5. So it's a very fluffy brush, and it just works really great for me. All right, guys, before I move into putting on the rest of the products, I did want to talk about this really quickly. I do really like this. I think this is very moisturizing. However, I did notice that it broke up my BB cream a little bit, and I do have that problem quite often with moisturizers. So there are very few that do not break up my BB cream. And I think, and I talk about this in my empties video, so again, go ahead and watch that one so I won't repeat myself here. But basically, any kind of very intense moisturizer, you want to make sure that you let it soak into your skin before putting on a BB cream or a CC cream, anything like that. I just noticed that it was breaking up a little bit. So I think what I'll do next time is just give this more time to soak into my face. I did put my BB cream on right after I put this on, but the scent is nice. I think it went on really well otherwise. So next what I'm gonna do is try out this highlight. So not really looking forward to this, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go. Oh, okay, I am pleasantly surprised by this highlight. It went on completely different than I thought it would. So that just goes to show that sometimes swatching products is not an accurate prediction about how the makeup is actually gonna work on your face, because the back of your hand is completely different skin than your face, obviously. So I do really like how that went on. I think it's very glowy. I think it looks really great. It is poppin', really is poppin'. So I'm actually a huge fan of that. Oh, and before I forget, I used this Wet n Wild's unicorn brush. This is from a unicorn collection they had a long time ago, so I don't even think you can find these anymore. But I really like these types of brushes for highlights. I think it's really easy to just put it on a fluffy type brush. So now we're gonna move into eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use this Fiona brush that we just got, and I am going to use both the eyeshadow and the bronzer for my eyeshadow look today. So they're pretty similar colors. So I think what I'm gonna do is put this shade into my crease, and then I will use this shade on my lid. Okay guys, so that Ofra Cosmetics bronzer is on my crease. It is very shimmery for a crease shade. So I might in the future just use that as an eyelid shade. Who knows? We'll see. All right, now we're gonna move into my eyelid shade. So this is, again, the Naked Cosmetics shade in Mother Nature. I'm gonna use that brush that we received. Okay, so that shade is on my eyelid and it literally looks very similar to the bronzer shade, which I knew it would. But actually this brush did not work out great for putting this on my eyelid, so I did switch to my finger to put on the eyeshadow. So again, I think it would be good maybe with a different type of eyeshadow, or maybe just using it as a concealer brush like it was designed for would probably be better. Okay, so now to finish up the look, I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush, the BMX 465 in the Precision Angle, and it's by R&L, the Moda Pro. Same brand as my concealer brush. I'm going to dip this into this very well loved eyeshadow by Phase Zero. It is in the shade Nude Newbie. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that underneath my brow bone. Okay, perfect. And then now I'm going to use this brush, the Spectrum A15, to put that same shade into the corner of my eye. Okay, and now I'm going to blend everything out with that same fair brush. Okay, and to complete the look, I am going to apply the Wander Beauty Mile High Club mascara, and I received this one in my spring FabFitFun box. This one I actually have been enjoying. I really like this product. It does go on pretty thinly, and I like my mascara kind of clumpy, so I do have to clump it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Okay, so mascara is on, and next I'm gonna go ahead and apply a lip gloss. This is the Buxom Full On Lip Polish in the shade Dolly. So I love this, clearly. I've used it so much. It is a plumping lip gloss. Okay guys, this is the completed look. What do you guys think? I think this is a very fresh, pretty everyday basic look. I am not doing my eyebrows today. I, for one, don't feel like it. And for two, I'm not going anywhere. So I don't really want to waste my eyebrow pencil product because I feel like I use it so much, it just runs out like that. So I'm gonna leave my eyebrows as they are today. So let me see what my favorite products were from this month. I think my favorite products have to be the eyeshadow and then the highlight, which is very surprising. I really did not think I would like this, but I am a huge fan of this. So those were my two favorite products this month. This bag was not my favorite. I think in the past I've had really good bags where everything was a product that I was dying to try out, or it was a brand new product and I really ended up liking it. And this month I just like, everything was just like okay, you know, with the exception of the highlight. The eyeshadow, I have so many eyeshadows that are very similar to this shade and applied very similarly. So kind of disappointed in that. I do think that this is a great product to receive in the Ipsy, just because for one, it is so expensive. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, the product that I was like, oh, I received it and I'll talk about it later, and I never did. This is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I have been really enjoying this product. I received this one for free from Influencer, and there's a little pump on it, and you just use one pump and you put it on over your moisturizer. I am really enjoying this one. I wasn't sure about this. I don't normally use a primer. It kind of just depends on what I'm doing that day. Like if it's a full day of activities, I will definitely put on a primer so that my makeup will stay fresh. But if it's on a day where I'm like not doing a ton, I'm not gonna like waste this product because it is very expensive. But yeah, anywho, that was all I had for you guys today. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this bag. Do you think the products were great? Do you subscribe to Ipsy? If so, I'd love to hear what you received in this month's bag. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye!